Hello again, and welcome to another Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. This is issue number 32. We're going to be doing the fuel tank slash battery compartment here. And this is our parts kit. Fuel tank down here, battery compartment and switch up here. You'll be able to see that better once it's open. Let's get started. Got FP screws. This is the battery compartment here. It's going to take, looks like 3 AAAs. There is a wire wrapped around this. And on that wire, there you go, there's a switch on there. The fuel tank, and that is actually the housing for the battery compartment. And some little plastic tabs that are going to hold the wires in place, as well as a set of KM screws to locate everything. Let's start moving. So the first thing we got to do is put the fuel tank and the battery holder together. They kind of just sit in like that. There's some screws that are going to hold it in place. And the switch fits in that little rectangular area at the top. I'd like to be able to tell which particular way. I guess it's just going to go like that. So it's going to be like that. That is going to be held together with some of these FP screws. Three FP screws to hold this together. Well, I don't know why that first screw didn't want to screw in there, but anyway, there, secured in with 3 screws. Now this fits up on the top here. There's a hole for the wires to come through, and there's an equivalent spot here, and that fits through. Now I got to flip it over for a moment to put the screws in that hold the tank in place. FP screws to hold this together. Next week, this is going to get covered up with a battery door, making the underside of the tank. And I think I mentioned before, we're starting to get into some of the electricals on this model. So obviously a real DeLorean does not have a battery compartment in place of its fuel tank. Last step this week is to secure the wire in place with these plastic clips and KM screws. See if we can figure this part out. So there's 3 plastic clips. And they go in a couple of different spots here. They pin in on one side and screw in on the other. Yeah, like that. So I don't think this is a super tight fit on these. I think that the cable will be able to slip back and forth, so I don't have to worry about getting a length right. But I think I put that on, yeah, backwards, because one side is size for the pin and one side is size for the screw. Yeah, so the cable will be able to slip back and forth. I'm just going to try to keep it neat. This is almost territory for tweezers again. Okay, so you got one end in. What I'm going to try to do with one end in is slip the wire under. Maybe? Yeah. Get the pin in place. And then crank it down. Okay. 2 out of 3. Last one is up forward. Well, actually, aft. Same problem that we had on the previous one. Well, that was a nightmare. But ultimately, that's it. That's the process. And then this can route forward or backward or whatever it needs to do so that this connector lands in the right spot. The picture shows it with a much shorter cable. But there it is. That's our completed assembly. It's all put in. Hope you enjoyed that heads-up cam view. If you like what you see, please do subscribe. At the moment, we're mostly doing Back to the Future builds. We've got, usually those are Saturdays, but I'm filling in some Wednesdays when I would normally be doing Ghostbusters Ecto 1 because I'm out of parts. And I am still anticipating the arrival of some mod kits for both the DeLorean and the Ghostbusters Ecto 1, so stay tuned for those. Have a good one, guys.